back. It is 6:23 on your Wednesday morning. The U.S. government has some new guidelines in place for what we eat on a daily basis, and it's a little bit different from the food pyramid that many of us grew up with. So here to break down the changes and what they mean for you is Dietitian Kelly Scott. Kelly, good to see you as always. Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So we went from the old pyramid shape to what is now, I guess, sort of like the inverted pyramid a little bit. So what are the biggest changes that you saw when this came out?
Yeah, so I feel like the biggest changes were right here with the protein, the dairy, and the healthy fats being up at the top.
Yeah.
So there really is an emphasis now on protein, healthy fats, and full fats. Full anti-inflammatory fats are what we're looking for there.
So why is this so important for our lives, for our diets? Why does this matter?
It's a big change because it's what we need. So we need more proteins, we need more healthy fats. So it means now that there is maybe an emphasis on less processed foods and sugars, and more of an emphasis on the foods that actually provide nutrients for us, which is healing, healthy, and good for us.
And like the whole food aspect too. I mean, how important is that dynamic to all of this?
It's critical. It's critical. So I think there's a statistic out there that's saying 75% of adults have some sort of condition, something along the lines. All preventable, most preventable. And so food is important because it either heals or it harms. And so we're either putting toxic food in or we're putting healing food in. And so when we move to whole foods versus processed foods, we're looking at eliminating a lot of toxins that we have control of.
Yeah.
Some things we don't have control of, but diet we do.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, we all control what we're actually shoveling into our mouth on a daily basis. Unfortunately, for many of us, you know, I assume that most, maybe, I don't know if it's most, but a lot of people take in more sugars and sweeteners than they really should. There's been a big emphasis on this in terms of making sure we really cut back, especially for younger kids but for everybody. How important is that emphasis, do you think?
Again, it's, you know, sugars, refined carbohydrates, there's no nutritional value. So we're getting nothing for our body. But not only that, they're empty calories. So it's a ton of calories that we're putting in and really not even knowing it. So the processed packaged foods that we're leaning towards, a lot of kids are leaning towards these foods. You know, over 60% of youth are choosing these foods and have access to these foods. So then we're seeing rates of obesity go up, rates of disease going up in younger children now that we've never seen before. So the importance of whole foods, choosing whole foods versus these highly processed and high sugar items is, I feel, critical.
No, and it's one of the things that I thought about just visually looking at this compared to the food pyramid that I grew up with was I felt like when I was a kid, everyone's like, oh, you can eat all the breads and all the pasta and everything, and now the whole grains is this little tiny sliver at the bottom. Do we almost have to rewire our way of thinking when it comes to that?
I feel like everyone needs to rewire, not only because of this, but because of the access to it and just how it's yummy. You know, these things are yummy.
Oh yeah, I love bread.
Yes. And when you go to a restaurant, it's the first thing that comes out, right?
Yep.
Bread. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's some things, but you know, it's balancing it out. And it was always difficult as a practitioner and a provider to even show this. I never did in my practice. So I would never show the old pyramid because of that reason. I never wanted to emphasize that because we shouldn't. Now, if we're exercising quite a bit more and we could take in more carbohydrates, then yeah, that's great, but most of us aren't.
Well, as a professional and somebody who deals with dietary needs literally on a daily basis, is there anything, I don't want to say that they got wrong, anything that you would have tweaked if you would have made this yourself?
I love the emphasis on the healthy fats. I think one emphasis that I would go even just a little farther would be the omega-3 fatty acids. They're just incredibly important for us. I also love that there's more of an emphasis on vegetables. I would even love to amp that up just a little bit. And then fiber. But when we add in those two things that I just talked about, the omegas and the vegetables, then we're automatically adding in the fiber. So those would be two ones that I would have loved to have, for them to hone in on.
And real quick, for anybody watching at home who has maybe heard of omega-3 fatty acids, and what food specifically has that?
Sure. So salmon's a big one. Chia seeds, walnuts, those are some big ones.
All right, there you go. She's the expert. Kelly, great to see you as always. Thank you so much. That was great information this morning. It's a new pyramid, a little different than the old one, and some new guidelines too. Unfortunately, it's winter right now, and we're getting back to the old guidelines when it comes to that, Gavin, today.